Liquid facelift, kind of a new term where we use liquids and gels and inject them in various places to fix wrinkles and to fill in hollow areas and to lift sagging.
In September, we introduced you to the concept of looking younger without going under the knife. As Dr. Steve Jepson explained, it's a series of procedures known as the liquid facelift. Today, part 2 of that conversation. Last month, we focused on the lower half of the face, drooping mouth corners, those thin or flat lip lines. You can apply liquid facelift techniques to the eye area as well. So, Steve, what common areas do patients complain about in the upper half of the face?
Well, where we see aging up there the most is right here underneath the eyes, the upper cheek area. You start to get kind of a hollowness and a sagging under there, and it's almost like a balloon that loses its air, and it kind of deflates. And that's the common change that we see up there, and it can really make you look tired, can make you look old.
And I think when we think of the skin, at least from the body perspective, this skin feels a lot more tough and not quite as sensitive as the upper half of the face. Is that true, or are there still things you can do to plump that up?
There's still things that we can do to plump that area up there, and that's what we're going to talk about today.
What are the options when it comes to plumping the upper half?
The filler that I like to use when I'm plumping the upper half of the face is called Radiesse. I've talked about Radiesse on the show before, but I want to talk about it again in this context because this is kind of a new way that we're using it. And we'll show some pictures here in a second, but Radiesse is a filler that's made out of a liquid calcium, so it kind of goes along that same line as the liquid facelift. We're using a liquid to inject under the subcutaneous tissues to kind of fill them out and plump them up. Radiesse is nice though, and it's one of my favorite fillers because it not only fills the area, but it also stimulates your own body's collagen. So your body's also kind of jumping on board and filling that area as well with its own collagen. So it's a nice natural look, a nice safe look. You know, calcium, our body's used to calcium, so I've never seen an allergic reaction to it. So it's a great way to kind of fill in and enhance that area.
That's interesting though, to think the body actually steps up and starts working as a team player in that sense.
And that's one reason that Radiesse lasts for so long. You know, we've talked about fillers, other fillers before on the show that may last 6 months, may last 8 months. Radiesse lasts a year, sometimes a little bit longer, and it's because it simulates collagen and it's your own collagen. It takes your body longer to break that down again.
We do have a couple before and after pictures that prove this point. Putting them side by side, it's interesting to note the difference.
Yeah, so this area is the area that I'm talking about that ages as you get older. That upper cheek, under eye area just starts to develop a certain hollowness, and the people out there that are watching that have it will know exactly what I'm talking about. And what we want to do is we want to fill that right there, the triangle that I marked. We want to inject that Radiesse right under there and essentially fill that back up. And by filling that back up, not only enhances that area, but it also has a lifting effect for the lower face as well. So if you fill an area up here and expand on it, it'll pull everything up from underneath too, and so that kind of adds to the overall effect.
I like the metaphor of the balloon, just the air releasing from the balloon. You can fill that back up in the same fashion. Another picture we have to take a look at.
This is a true before and after of somebody that's had the injections before, and I think that you can appreciate all the hollowness and all the wrinkles under here. But now by filling that area in right there, how much younger that looks. You can also appreciate how much better the wrinkles down here look just by pulling everything back up again. So it's a true, not only a filling in, but a lifting as well. And, you know, Radiesse, I've talked before about how you can also use it to fill in these lines here. We just lost it, but we can fill in the nasolabial fold lines with Radiesse. We can fill in the lines that form underneath the mouth too. So it's not only used for the upper face, I can also use it in all the other wrinkles and areas in the face as well and get that year's worth of benefit because of the way that it stimulates collagen, your own collagen to grow.
On a very natural look, if people have more questions, they can get a hold of you.
They can get a hold of us. They can look on our website. We have all kinds of non-surgical facelift packages. You know, folks can call and learn about the discounts that we have. But it's a great time of year to be looking at doing those kinds of things.
Giving your face a facelift without going under the knife, a great concept. Thanks so much, Steve. Good information, more details on our website as well. Well, out of the box creative